Hey everybody, Harko here, back with some more Rank Rivertown, trying out an FFA version. A 3-player, 3-bot Rivertown Advanced setting. We go first. This is a combination of the Rank Rivertown plus card skip settings. You might potentially see some overlap. We will take this portal cap with the manual caps, trying progressive instead of fixed to start things off. Those are the list of settings, similar to what you'd see from the card skip playlist of old on vast majority of games on Classic, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. So it is true random dice, but we're gonna lock out the Western Ruins +3, hopefully. Other potential good cap spots, since these portals are stable, are on the bridge, of course, or potentially Shipper's Lane. They want to try and go for, say, slums. Alright, our opponents are black and green. We got Shia LaBeouf and Beprol. So while these settings are a fusion of the stuff that I mentioned before, another quote-unquote inspiration is that I randomed these settings when doing randomized 1v1s, but instead it was 4 boss, of course, since it was 1v1, and I believe it was balanced blitz dice instead of true random. But everything else I think is the same. So we will continue to use that. Alright, we lost one opponent so far. And thankfully, oh, nope, he's back. Alright. Gonna have to get used to these new MIA icons on the FFA side here. Okay. Green has a very good standard cap since there's no portals in the top left. And if any of the bots don't stack behind them, then they'll be generating a decent amount as well. Somehow none of the bots have picked behind me yet. I'm imagining one of them will pick this last spot, if not one of our opponents. But yeah, so I'm looking to experiment with different Rivertown-based settings to quote-unquote expand the series a little bit. Won't always stick with caps, might try some World Dom 70 and or zombies at some point. Black goes MIA and picks behind. Now with my opponent going in Ruler Road. Won't really bother interacting with the mayors. Is that Ruler Road or Gold Avenue? Yeah, Ruler Road, Gold Avenue. And the white bot is still still blocking our opponent a bunch. And I have it on neutral inactivity. So stacking beside the black bot here has a slightly higher chance of keeping the territories in the early game at least. Alright, on to the troop deploying phase. Alright, the white bot appears to be stacking behind our opponent there in Northwatch, which is very good for me. Based on how it's deploying so far, it might be a stacker bot. So if green takes Court District and doesn't open the white bot, then the white bot will, assuming white caps there on their big stack, white will add to the stack and card skip. Since that's the main stacker bot behavior with caps involved. Ooh, okay. Random 4 cap in general. Yep, we will see a stacker bot card skipping unless open, so that will be another fun tie-in with the card skip settings. Starting things off nicely with a -0 on the 1. And the neutral bot will start to deploy. And if I'm remembering these new symbols properly, once the MIA symbol switches from that to a white flag, then then that player can no longer reconnect. I can't remember if it's the quicker 3-minute timer or if it's still 10 minutes. Yep, green playing it smart. So you try the 5e2, does and loses. Alright, the pink cap, it will be our next turn. There we go, we have the card skipping bot. Alright. Excellent. Very good dice. We'll split 16-8. Bots generally love to get drawn to portals, because portals technically count as adjacent territories. So we always gotta try and keep our main capital strong. Redbot takes over 2 bonuses. East Roads and Slums. Stacks on the portal and not their cap. Although I do have a tough time getting over there. Now green has a good position, but they don't have easy access to the right side if I were to take them out of general. As the white bot will continue to be annoying there. Let's see. I think we won't do that. Let's get a card over here. In fishing. Oh, we lost the 6v1. Guess we are getting a card over here. And since I'm over here, may as well. Alright, that was the game. That was the game telling me to go with my other thought. Oh, we got black is back, okay. Good to see. Does the red bot 14b7 cap rolling? Maybe to complete the bonus. Nope, heads into clerical instead. Okay, so now we're back to an interesting situation. Alright, green is now out of cards unless they want to unleash the white bot in a certain direction. Let's get a card. We'll leave the cap. Leave that as a 12. Hey, wild card's always nice. So I think so far I've either lost 0 or all my troops. Just the one failed 6v1. And everything else I've lost nothing. Interesting, interesting true random spread here. lost a troop. For trade for red bot. Because our one opponent was AFK for a few turns and the white bot card skipping in the corner, the trades are gonna go up a bit slower compared to what they'd normally be. Alright, so we get to keep the wild. And we'll continue to stack our caps for now. Both our opponents seem very patient. Depending on how fast they expand, once the trades get up to like the 20 plus range, that's when some of the bots can do their damage. Yeah, we're only on the 10 set. Sheesh. Is that green wanting a card? Assuming that's what that arrow point meant. And green still has cards they can get. We'll not hit Gold Avenue and see what happens. This is a slightly different dynamic compared to the 1v1 pacing I'm used to on these settings. red bot card skipping is interesting. Okay, green sits on the portal. Pink bot trades. Takes over fishing. Unfortunately, we have to burn the wild. Do we see the red bot get a card here? Okay. So the pink bot's getting close to being worth it to get their cards. Alright, 6v4 wins. Okay, we're not gonna get... Okay, both of these are very unlikely. We'll just do that. We'll bump that up to a 40. And head back to the portal cap. Alright, red bot sits on 4. Alright, if green doesn't go for pink bot here, I will on the next turn. green stays up there, that makes my path a bit easier. That also works. It's 14 plus 9 for the 35. In theory, this should be fine, but we'll see. Six on the 2. And 4 on the 1, 4 on the 4. Sort of worth it. Okay, we will have a set though. That's nice. I think we'll take the +2 in storage hut, just because it's on the portal. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just move back. We have a trade plus a wild now. So I'm assuming one of these guys breaks my fishing bonus. If not, the red bot will likely do that. Yep, it's my 3. It's not hitting my 3 yet. Interesting. Wow. Okay. A little bit surprising there. Green can still portal hop break. Understandable if they do. Yep, makes sense. Okay, I don't think I need to trade. Let's bump that up to a 50 and get these troops back to Western Ruins. Okay, no set on 3 for red. as we understandably lose that. Still have a little extra territory to count, though. Perhaps this did need to be fixed cards. Okay. Green trades on 4. Get to keep the wild. Yeah, I'll do that. Black takes that bonus. Red sets. If 62 either hits the green 1 or the 42. Oh, it might break. It'll break general most likely, actually. Unless something else breaks that. Okay. 66 stays there. Okay. Oh. Don't think that was worth it. Heads back. Alright. Do we gamble the no set? Let's see. Because it'll be a 1v1, I think we should be fine, hopefully. Let's see what the damage is on this. Okay, not bad. Ooh, I might be out of time. I might be out of time. Okay, no, got the cap off. Phew. That was the big fortify I almost missed. Yeah. Unlucky cap roll for green. If they had farmed cards with the bot for a few turns before doing that, then that would have been a much more decent move. Okay, black failed to get a card, but gets it off that cap. Okay, we do have a set to buff up these caps. That's fine. We can hit the red 9 for the card. We'll take Ruler Road. There we go. to there. And then we'll get the card over there. Just get that off the portal. Either way, we're holding a lot of bonuses. The red bot's blocking a lot of our remaining opponents' access. So in the long run, this should be winning. Goes through the 25 to break a couple bonuses. Yeah, I think we'll just take these back. And then we'll get off the portal, back onto this portal. So now he has to go through a 7. He wants to break all of that. $77. That should split between Shippers Lane and the North Bridge. Hopefully it doesn't go further. Awesome. Alright. Okay, now I am also in somewhat of a jam. I guess I end up having to go through the 7 anyway. And while I'm over here, I guess we'll hit some territory. As the 80 set. Got all true random kicking in on a lot of these attacks. Okay, fortifies to that cap. Yeah, let's hit the 9 as well. Trades are up to what, 85? Set on 3. Okay. Taking the brunt of this hit. Let's make a cap of 3. Okay, the pot didn't break. Gotta get a card over here. I think we will stick to that. Okay, hits through a 38 to come break. Oh, hits the cap. All right. That accelerates things a little bit. Uh, 100. With the trade here, this could be enough to cap run. Especially if the bot keeps Shipper's Lane portal open. Yeah, let's go for it. $99? Alright, awesome. That is the game. Those cap rolls seemed about average. Let's double check here. 87 on a 51. 116 on a 66. So, yeah, about. First one's about what you expect from a cap defense, and the next one's slightly better than average. Yeah, overall negative 2 KD after those cap hits, but yeah. Alright, interesting game overall. As I said, I will experiment with other FFA settings, not just caps and whatnot. But alright, that is the 156th ranked Rivertown. Opponents were both intermediates. But alright, that's it for now. GG's once again to both of our opponents. And until next time, everybody, take care and cheers for stopping by.